Hello and welcome to another episode on our survival world. Today we're going to be talking about some of the mods that I use, as well as data packs and resource packs. That's because I got a question asking me about the settings that I have for my shaders, and I figured it would have just been easier to just show instead of type exactly what I changed. So one thing led to another, and I decided to just do a whole video on shaders and mods and stuff. That's gonna be very helpful for me as well, because in the future, if I need to refer to some of that stuff, I can easily just go back to this video. As I started to think about the this video here, I decided to build something in the castle that's gonna be a section that we deal with mods and data packs, all the technical stuff, as if it was a part of this world. It's not something like in the background. That's the idea I had. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But that's not all. we got a mailbox here, and I got a few messages from you guys, and I wanted to answer some of those or acknowledge some of those in the video format, because I guess it would just be easier this way. I've got 4 messages here, so let's go to one of them. So the first one is actually a mistake that I made on the last episode. So Mr. Man of Random at 24 seconds, excuse me for being a nerd, but ancient cities can also have wooden planks in them. So mineshafts aren't the only source of wood in the caves. Yes, you're 100% right. I completely forgot that ancient cities have those. They look like an outpost of some sort. And yeah, when I was researching for underground structures, I was looking at some images, and I saw ancient cities, and I thought, well, that's deep slate and wool, so no wood here. Yeah, completely forgot about that, so thank you so much for pointing it out. Yeah, so that's addressed. Second one is from Willow Pool, I guess. And they say, absolutely amazing world. I'm floored by your dedication. I've been working on the world with history myself, and I was wondering how you get colored texts in your books and quills. I've searched everywhere, but I can't find a way to do it. So there is a symbol, a character in the game. It's called a section sign, and when you use this sign, this symbol, it allows you to edit some forms of text. I'm going to show you in the screen right now what it looks like, because I don't think you can actually see this character in game. So I always have to go to an external software, like I just go to like my notepad or something, make the symbol, copy and paste in the game. The shortcut you can do is hold Alt and then 0167, and that's how you make the section symbol. Or you can just Google section symbol and copy and paste from there. And then once you put this symbol, once you copy and paste, then you can use one of the following numbers or letters to edit the text however you like. So I'm going to show you how it's done. So I already copied, so I'm going to paste. So I'm going to enter some text here, and then I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste the symbol that I just copied, and I'm going to hit number 2 that turns the text to green. And then you can do again. So I'm going to paste the symbol one more time, and I'm going to enter the letter L that makes it bold, and so on. So that's how you can edit. Now, I'm not sure if this works in Bedrock. You're gonna have to maybe Google that. I'm not too sure, but that's how you do in Java. So yeah, that's how you do it. Hope that's helpful. Let me know if it wasn't, and I can try to explain it a little better. Next question is from Eggs for Eggy, and this one is related to the previous video, about mineshafts. I've always seen mineshafts as escape from the real world, like Minecraft was nuked by a higher force, or even just the old inhabitants themselves, and everyone had to make their way underground. So they were made in a last-ditch effort to keep humanity alive. And that's why you would find things like beetroot seeds and glowberries in chests, because that's the only stable food source that will be sufficient enough to eat from. In the last video, I was trying to answer the question of, maybe who built them. I was thinking about it, and to me, it always felt like those mineshafts that were built at the height of the empire or the people that lived. And this is a very interesting approach, because in this case, maybe it was the opposite. It was at the lowest points of that society, and they kind of escaped to the underground to survive. That's very interesting. I will keep this note, this letter here, with my records about mineshafts, and this is a very interesting theory. The more mineshafts and even other structures that we discover here in the world, I'll try to keep an eye on it and see if this holds up, if it makes sense as we explore other places. But that definitely explains the seeds that you can find there. Like, why would they keep seeds? But anyway, really interesting. Thank you. That was very interesting. And the last one is from TWT000, and that's gonna be the one that actually that's the one that sparked this whole episode. So we're gonna answer that as we go in the castle, and I'm gonna show you something that I built. It's the newest addition at our base. And then I can show it in details about my shader settings. I still have to transport this guy to the hospital wing section. So if you remember, it's our local reading room. This is the only library we have right now. This whole area is under construction. This is where we're gonna have the grand staircase. It's gonna be a big part of the castle that's gonna connect to a lot of other places in the castle. So it's like a main hub. So we're gonna dig all of this out. This is like 39 by 39 hole. It's under construction. It's gonna take me a long time to finish this, but that doesn't mean we are not working in the areas around it. So this corridor here, this hallway here, it's connected to the hospital wing all the way in the back there. And this is the new section that I've been working on. Let's close these doors. So this is what I call the mod hallway. And all these rooms, they represent a mod or a data pack that I use to play the game. So in a way, it feels like these mods or data packs, they're kind of like a technology or something that someone is working on. So it feels a little more like part of the game, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna begin here, right here in the middle of the corridor, and we have our fabric room. And fabric is the mods that I use. By the way, before we start, I'm not an expert in mods, so forgive me if I do say something stupid. This is just how I figured how they work, and maybe it makes sense. So I run fabric, and with it, fabric API. I don't really understand what fabric API does, but my understanding is it works like a hook. At least that's the keyword that I found when I was searching for it. And allows you to have other mods in Fabric, such as Sodium and Iris. Sodium is a mod that increases your FPS, makes your game run a little better. And Iris is the one that allows you to run shaders in Fabric. Because if I remember correctly, I think shaders used to be exclusive for Optifine, I think, or something like that. But with Iris, you can now run shaders here. This is just storage, so as we update, you know, the world and the mods as well, we can just keep these items. This kind of like represents the version that we have. I even have like a book here about the Fabric mod and some important information of the version that I'm currently running as of day 849, which was when 4 days ago in game, when I updated the world. And 1.20.4, that's the new version, by the way. I was playing in 1.20.1 until recently, but since I was going to work on mods on an episode about mods, I decided to just update all of the mods that I have. So we keep all that information in game too. It's handy. And speaking about shaders, that's the part where we're gonna look at my shader settings. The shaders that I use is the BSL shaders, but I have tweaked this over the last year or so. So if you do use BSL shader, if you download it and use this one, it's not gonna look exactly like you see in mine because I tweaked some of the settings. Unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what I changed, so that's why I'm gonna show you like one by one and you can just try to copy. What I do remember is that BSL shaders, they look very bright when you're out in the sun, and after a while it gets a little difficult to see some of the details. And then I looked somewhere and I tweaked the settings and it just went away. I don't remember exactly where that setting was, but anyway, you can just look through it. Lighting, extra shadow configuration, reflections, parallax, atmospherics, clouds, and sky configuration, water, post effects, color grading and tone map, color. It's going to take a while because there's so many, but I think pay close attention to this one because I think that's the one that I tweaked the most, I think. If you're trying to, you know, copy what I have, or at least I get some idea. That's lighting, color, blocking lights, sky color. Oh yeah, I think it was intensity, the one that removes the white, or the brightness of the screen. I think you're having trouble with that one. Yeah, how about try that setting? That's weather color, aurora. The nether color, I don't think I changed anything in the nether, but it's good to know that you can do all this editing. And that's the end in color. And then world. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, it took a while, but maybe that's helpful. By the way, that's their question. What shader and settings are the video/map using? Not 100% sure what video/map means, but maybe what I just showed, maybe it covers your question, but if not, let me know. So yeah, that's the that took a while, but it might be helpful if you're wondering about that. So let's continue here because we have more stuff to show. So that's the fabric room, and this is what we so the fabric mods. I used to have a mod that was a sit mod that allowed you to sit on chairs and slabs, but for some reason it just does not work anymore. Maybe it doesn't work. Oh, hello, this is Maria. She works here, by the way. She's the one keeping all of this new department here up and running. Yeah, so the sit mod used to work, and for some reason it just doesn't anymore. I think it might be something with fabric. Maybe it doesn't work with fabric, because I think when I had it working, I was using Optifine. So maybe that's it, but I have to look into it. But I thought it was a fun idea to just have like a out of order, you know, like it used to be working, and we're trying to figure out why it doesn't. And we have a chair here that we can see it doesn't work. I don't have anything here, but that's the room that Maria is using to, I don't have anything, using as a temporary bedroom, because she doesn't have a bedroom yet in here. This I would say is the most important mod. This is my favorite mod in the game, replay mod. That's the one that allows you to get all of that cinematic camera that I use so much. I really like this mod. It allows you to create some really interesting things. And we have a spider eye representing the mod. That's the version currently running, which, by the way, I updated to 1.20.4 to the 1.20.4, and that's the replay mod version right now. And I encountered that it's doing something different, so I'm still figuring out what the issue is. But it's related to the skin, the player's skin, so we might have to do something about it. But that's why it's important to keep track of like the stuff in game, because if I have a problem or a bug or something, I can always just write on the book that it's in the room. And that's a small room, by the way. Through here we have not enough animations and sounds physics. This is really fun too. So the sound physics remastered, that's the mod that gives you all this ambient sound, this echo that you can hear. It's all because of this mod, and I'm sure you can tweak even further to get even more detail in like materials and stuff, but I just never bothered to do that. But you can probably. And not enough animations. Yeah, it's a few animations, stuff like this when you're climbing the stairs and you can actually like see your character going up, or you know, when you eat something you get some particles and stuff. Honestly, I completely forgot I was running this mod until I was making this video. But it does improve a little bit. It's quite fun. And then through here we have the mod menu, the mini HUD, and the Malilib room. I have to put an item for one of them, by the way, but so the mod menu is this one. Mod menu is just a menu that you can see all of the mods that you're running, so you can easily look at them and access them. Now that I think about it, it would have been easier to just show you this at the beginning, but you know, I just built all the stuff to make it clear the mods that I have. The mini HUD is this mini HUD that you can see up here, and I have a setting that tells me the date and the time. I don't care about the time, I just wanted the date as well, actually. And that's because I don't use the F3 screen. I don't want to see my coordinates in this world, so but I still want to check the date. So this way I know exactly what day it is without having to go through the F3 screen. I don't like that screen. And that's the versions that I'm running. Malilib it's like a library, and you need that, and you need this mod to run mini HUD and some other mods. So yeah. And then we got lamp dynamic light. This one is really interesting. I'm a huge fan of this one too. It gives light to items that emit light. So as you can see, the torch is on the ground, but it's emitting light. And it's not just for torches, it works for a lot of other types of items in the game that have lighting, like ender chests and such. And even the exploration is fun because you don't need to be placing torches everywhere if you don't have that many. Let's say you're down to your last torch, you can just hold in your hand and you can see where you're going in the cave. That's pretty cool. I like this one. So these are the mods that I'm running. Now let's go to this area here, and this is I'll show you this last. Or actually I'll show you this now. The archive room. It's just a small room, and there's just one mod that I was using and I stopped using it. That was Limatica. The big sacred tree that I built was the only case that I used Limatica. Limatica is like a blueprint mod, so you can select like an area, kind of copy, and you can paste the blueprint somewhere else, and it helps you to build big things, like say you're building like a big structure or something organic. That's really helpful. I used for the tree because I was trying it, but I didn't really like it. I might give it a try maybe in the future, but I don't have any plans to use it right now, so I just haven't updated this in a long time. But I'll keep this here. It's in the archive room. If I ever need to reactivate this, we can just go back and pick this one up. What we have left now is the data pack and resource packs. I use vanilla tweaks for both of them. It's a website that you can download a bunch of really cool stuff that does improve the game quite a lot, I would say. So the resource packs that I use, we go through here. There's quite a few. We have the wavy plants that adds this wavy. You can see the plant is moving a little bit. That's one of the mods. That's one of the resource packs. We also have wavy and bushy leaves. So as you can see, this leaf is waving as well, and you get this this bushy effect here on the sides, which I really like. We have the clean glass, which removes that that texture that you get in the glass block. We have borderless stained glass, so it removes the border, so you get this continuous glass here. We have smoother font. This is a new one. I didn't know this was a thing until a few days ago, and that's why my font in the game, as you can see here, crafting, it looks a little different. It's just a lot better to read, so I decided to give this one a try. We have borderless tinted glass. This is tinted glass, by the way, and it's borderless. We have the iron bar fix. This is a fix, actually. The iron bars, if you maybe, I don't know if you ever noticed, but the lower part of the iron here has a weird texture issue that keeps flickering, and all this does is just fixes this thing. That was a really nice addition. We have wavy water. It's kind of hard to see here. You can see it better in the ocean, but the water moves a little bit. And we have the twinkling stars, which these aren't actually stars, but it's just a representation, and the stars twinkle. That's pretty much what it does. So yeah, these are all the resource packs. I have a book somewhere here. Yeah, these are all the ones that I'm currently running. And then lastly is the data pack room, which is also in vanilla packs. We have the player head, which I do use quite a lot. We have a cemetery, and we put some player heads in there. We have the anti-enderman grief, so that prevents endermen from picking up grass blocks and gravel and sand blocks and placing all over the place. That's quite annoying, so I just decided to run this one. we have graves. Graves is really awesome. So every time you die, instead of your items just going everywhere, it creates a gravestone, and your items will not despawn. So whenever you want to recover your stuff, you just right click or left click, I don't remember now, and then you get all your stuff back. So yeah, that's really interesting. I like that. So I don't have to rush to get my things every time I die. We have the armor statues that allows you to do all these poses. And we have the Wandering Trader mini blocks. So that allows that. So the Wandering Trader now, he carries these mini blocks that you can trade with him, and it just adds a lot more things to, like, when it comes to detailing like a build or something. I only have 2 so far, I think. I have the TNT and I have, I think, the cartography table, but we can trade some more. And that's the book that you use to make the poses change. Yeah, if you don't know this one, this is really cool. Yeah, see, it changes poses and stuff. That's pretty cool. We'll fix that later. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have. Yeah, so this is not exactly how I envisioned this place, but it's good for now. It's like everything else in my world, it's all work in progress. So I will slowly come back to this place and just keep adding more and more details as we progress. But yeah, I think that's all I had to show. It's I think it ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. But we're gonna return here to our office, and I'm gonna put these letters that I received here. Thank you guys for sharing. But as always, you know, feel free to comment and any questions, suggestions. Yeah, I'm happy to hear from you guys. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.